click, click, clack. Thump, the lever hits the wall. Wall feeds the copper wire. Wire hums with jagged force. Force bends the heavy beam. Beam holds the cracking floor. The yellow scream of steam pierces through the eyes. The yellow scream of steam tastes like sulfur dust. My spine is a vertical beam. My ribs are bolted struts. My lungs are pleated bellows. I am the structure of this room. I am the pressure in the pipe, 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 pipe. Just snap whir. The turbine drinks the grease. Grease coats the metal skin. Skin turns to rigid plate. Plate guards the internal pump. Pump drives the city clock. Crank the gear. Oil the joint. Breath is smoke. Bone is iron. Symmetry of the tool. Function of the meat. The cycle never breaks. The cycle never stops. 174 beats. 174 strokes.
Moving chimneys, cold, casing, cracked, throats, craving, carbon. Corset crawls, climbs, clutches. Crimson chest collapse, constrict. Cinder clouds consume, crave, conquer. Gate coated, cover, cracked canals. Cruel chimneys, cough, collect, create. Smog, stalks, sniffs, swallows. Hungry haze, hunts, haunts, hurts. Vapor veils, vanish, vex, violates. Life, giving poison, lethal, longful. Gasping, grasping, grasping, grasping. Blackened breath, bitter breath, broken. Sweet salvation, singing, sweet strangling. Cold cylinders compressed, crush, cage. Clogged chest, clamor, click, clatter. Carbon claws, creak, quail, cut. Corrosive currents carry course, crystalline, common stick, coughing, chronic, caustic. Clean air costs, consumes, cheats, rich chests, breathe, poor throats, bleed, buying breaths, borrowing burial. Coughing, clicking, closing. Cold carbon, cool comfort, cracked, crushed, consumed. The copper veins spill out across the floorboards where the plastic casing spits. To hiss and sizzle through the frozen error rooms where no one ever sits. The message sends but never reaches. My neighbor is a ghost behind a wall of gypsum and some rotting wood. Light years of silence stretched between our faces, though we're standing where we should. And the pulse and the wave and the grid and the surge and the ghost. Of a signal that failed when the severed wire resolved that we both.
in the wheel. Wounded the beast, bellows deep in the floor. Slide a black marrow through the open door. Slide in the silver, gold, the casing grows. Under the metal, the numbers oil flows. Open the gasket, torn from the frame. Breath of the piston, speaking its name. Like the young, red the rust. Synthetic marrow turned into sludge. Copper and organic, sparing a grudge. Pistols, the boundaries in as a vein. Oil in the gutter, washing the stain. Dripping in dollops, the tray comes undone. Limp the steel muscle, the race is run. Dead the old center, obsidian bleed. Louder gears grinding for the factory's need. Pressure is building, a thunderous sound. Rib cage of pipes pinning the ground. A minor flicker, the pressure plate breaks. A subtle shift in your clinical mistakes. Liquid the ending, sliding the steel. Slick the new body, wielding unreal. Is a slate gray cloak of cold. Above the phosphor veins where grease grows bold. Low drones and moan through the hollow bone of home. Slow chrome flows where the shadow dwellers roam. The stravs breathing heavy, thick and slow. No golden orb above, just hum below. Fears above, but we have only wires and copper love. The gray sky is a lid that will not fold, while electric pulses keep the mercury cold. The weight is pressing, grinding absolutely tight, crushing every lung beneath artificial white. Wall after wall, we count the rhythm of the floor. Stone against stone, until we cannot take no more. No bone up the slab. So bone in the grab. Wall after wall. Wall after wall. Stone after stone. Click drum. Click drum. The absolute liberty of the 8-hour loop. A sovereign kingdom in a stainless steel croup. I find my autonomy in the torque of the wrench, ignoring the copper scent and the chemical flinch. Punch, spin, reset. The holy free of the grid. My case Spacing is rigid, the alignment is near. A phantom frequency for a silicon blur. The sub-6 dash is the only walk. When the foreman is watching the metric work. I am the deer that does not turn. Besides along the oil spun. No friction in the hollow shell. Just the hum of the silver doll. A mechanical peak of precision. Lost in the binary poison. Plug a cable into the spinal jack. Total latency as a carbon spec. The shift life is a holiday in the cooling tank. So much freedom at the silicon sink. My memory logs show a gap in the... While the system says I am still wake. Oh, sleep. The anoy is merging with the drive some until the sensory feed becomes a static chrome. The missing minutes are the cleanest parts. A series of stops and a series of... Ticking, rotating, disconnecting.
Surgical deck, clatter the wrench, trap sparks, slime from the open chassis, ribs, piston gas for oxygen that isn't there, grinding gears against the grease of a dying frame. My logic board is melting in the friction of the frantic surgery. Copper nerves twitching under the laser bite, the synthetic core shudders in the tray. System failure, total system failure, static screams through the static screams. Panic rises during the panic rises. System fails within the system fails. Cracking cases, brittle wires snapping, a sudden jolt of electricity to the central processing unit. He lost his warranty and his mind as the surgeon's drill hit the other board. Grinding teeth to steel against the cold floor. Coolant leaks onto the sterile tile. 1% remaining in the tank. 0% remaining. Clicking gears slowing down. Silence in the robotic bay. Broken bricks behind the billboard. Bit of rough beneath the banquet. Bloated bodies by the bird, and the humming glasses twitching like nervous ticks on the dying face. The baker sells the sawdust crust. The butcher sells the gristle paste. The banker sells the hollow trust. The barber sells the chemical waste. Peel the bandage black, feel the bitter tax. Punish every crack, crazy static black. Our modular seats are built for kings. Fluorescence hides the rot of things. Slope boxes for the brave. Portable palaces near the grave. Behold the beauty of the blight. Behold intuition. The blood and warmth fights the external binary, numbs the internal intuition. Snap, scratch, pop, the frequencies rise. Signal we are buried beneath the signal. Heavy static, scream through the gobbled air, we scream. Grease slicked wires through the eardrum slide. Lies paint the eyelids open for the lies. The broadcast is a festering wound on the air. Truth, there is no mirror in the televised truth. Logic strangled by the jagged logic. The broadcast is iron, but the pulse is soft. Buzz crack, the skull is an antenna. Signal static, fuzz his pop.
Kill the pylon, skeleton rib. Bare palms grip the galvanized spine. Bleeding the wires of the hidden juice. A parasitic needle on the main line. Ozone vinegar coats the teeth. Sulfur syrup drips from the roof. Bitter lithium on the motor shelf. The battering taste is the only proof. Sour current in the jawbone. Electric for the kitchen blare. Aluminum sting in the wet muscle. Say sting a drum in the heavy, Who holds the deeds of the solar flare? Whose ledger claims the friction's ghost? Reek of the limb of the humming beast. Defeat the hungry walls we love the most. Current, salt, they biting. Muscle, twitch, they wiring. Grip, locked, they shudder. Nerve fried, they mutter. Mentally saliva. Jittery fingers. The sourness stays. The sourness lingers. Static pressurizing. Transistor humming. Fundo 4.9 on the dial. We are the last pulse. Clock the high frequency, check the efficiency. Shatter the gravity, stop the malignancy. Storming the masonry, artificial proficiency. Copperin agency, digital contingency. They penetrate the corridor with technical velocity. We dominate the spectrum with a rhythmic animosity. Needles jumping off the scale, the mercury is boiling. Metal boots upon the stairs, the heavy coils are coiling. Broadcast the friction through the concrete. Scream through the wire and the steel. The dial is frozen at the summit. Until the silence makes it real. Analyze the strategy, halt the catastrophe. Shielding the balcony, ghost of the symphony. Quit lock the battery, bypass the anatomy. Locked in the balcony, final academy. Waves of kinetic sound vibrating the skeletal frame. Refusing to evacuate or whisper a syllable of that name. Silence, you lean your heavy weight against the oak pedals. Like a landlord demanding rent. What survives when the oscillation ceases to exist? Nothing! We are the universal pulse of a collapsing civilization. A monument of sound carved into the teeth of the wind. Yet I am mostly distracted by silence makes it real. Before the magnets lose their grip, before the voltage takes a dip, before the tape begins to rip, before the speakers finally skip, before the current leaves no wire, before the transmission expires, before the static turns to lead, before the signal is. He spins a card by bit against the scrap and steel. A rhythmic shaving off the skin until I cannot feel. The sandpapered esophagus begins a steady hum. The pulse of heavy hydraulics is my only drum. A diesel panther crouches where my larynx used to be. A turbocharged combustion unit screaming to be free. A growling engine idling beneath the collarbone. This carbon-coated frequency is all I have ever known. Throat vibrating with the pressure of the floor. I am the resonance within the heavy furnace door. The copper wire tensioning across the vocal fold. A story made of mercury and lead is being told. You goated architects who sit above the grease and grime. You measure out our breathing on a ledger for a dime. To buy a bit and try a bit and die a bit. Hyper-industrialization. The tectonic shift occurs within my serrated throat. I raise my voice and the temperature inside this coat. You methods of the forge are deaf to what the metal says. A jagged symphony performed through all these working days. Grinding gears, metallic friction, the lathe is humming, the engine breathes.
Inside the ice stove, the memory eater bites through the family grove. It swallows the script where the adjectives used to growl and feasts on the faces beneath its orange scowl. We feed it the dates and the names of the long dead kings, while the radiator rattles and the kettle copper sings. Burn, 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 burn till the fret retreats. Burn, burn, burn. While the ink goes meets the heavy air that chokes the frozen factory floor. We don't need the mix and the tall tales anymore. The millimeter grinds the static into warmth, tearing the logic from the south and the north. The sentiment of the past is a heavy weight to bear, and losing every word is a bit of a shame, I swear. The bitter smoke is rising from the paper stack, and none of the stories are ever coming. I found a photograph of a woman by the stream, but the memory eater thinks her eyes are just a dream. It chews on the silver and it gulps down the frame until nobody remembers the syllables of her name. The alphabet is fuel for the industrial chill, while the shadows of your machinery are standing still. Burn, burn, burn. The skin of the thickest book. Burn, burn, burn. The secrets the scholars took. The pages are curling like dry leaves in a gale. A bit of a shame that we let the logic fail. Gray residue drifting through the rusted iron bands. A bit of a shame where the human story went. The memory eater is full, but the axe is still thick. We trade away the truth for a single candle wick. The radiators hum with a metallic breath beneath the sky of unyielding titanium gray. We strip the copper from the skeletal walls, return the stolen spark, letting the embers go to the end of time.